Hello, welcome to the Master in Skill Academy. I'm getting a lot of questions about taking notes, and today I want to share with you some tips on taking notes during lectures. So, your lectures are generally the source of the questions that you will get during your tests and exams. In most cases, professors use PowerPoint slides. So, many students will use the PowerPoint slides as their notes. So the slides themselves will be of limited value unless you capture what was being said about the content on the slides. The slides are good, but sometimes the material that's going to be on the exam comes straight from what's being said in class. So this can be the deciding factor of your grade on the exam. Here's how to take notes during general lecture. So, if your professor posts the PowerPoint online, print them off and bring them to class. This way, you can focus on everything that the professor is saying and not copying all the information from the PowerPoint. Off of each PowerPoint slide, capture what was being said in class. Put a star by any point that was being emphasized. During the presentation, make flashcards. Flashcards of items you think might be on the test. I have another video about making flashcards, so feel free to check the video. So for definitions, write the word on the front of the flashcard and the definition on the back. Don't just write down everything the professor says, especially if the professor has a lot of notes for you to take and you are spending too much time writing the notes and not listening to him or her. Make sure you are paying attention rather than just copying notes. That way, when you look back at the notes, you understand the context of what you were writing. Write down examples used in class. These can help you recall key concepts. Don't just copy the slides word for word. If you don't understand something, wait until the prof goes over it and write it down in your own words. It's useless to write down things you don't understand or will not be able to interpret later. Here's how to take notes in general lectures or general classes without PowerPoint. So look for words or phrases that are underlined or bolded in the PowerPoint and words emphasized in lecture. These are obviously important. Set up your notes in an outline form. This will make for easier studying later. Learning how to take good notes and study them is a part of adjusting to university and succeeding academically. There are many different methods and techniques to note-taking. Each student has their own style of note-taking that works best for them. Some students even use 2, 3, or 4 different techniques in order to have the most complete notes and notes that are easy to study. Most students use conventional pencil and paper to write down what profs were saying, write down what the profs were saying, and write on the board while listening to the lecture. This method is great, however, it does not work for some students. If this is your preference, create a Word document for each class you have. You can create your notes in any format you prefer, mainly writing down definitions, equations, facts, statistics, and other comments of your prof. Bold and underline main points to help you create notes you can easily study. If there is a PowerPoint or notes already online, it does help to have a printed copy of them with you to jot certain things down and also mark emphasized information. Having a notebook also gives you the ability to record your grade at any time and the ability to keep a list of home assignments and due dates for every class. There are so many different methods to use to succeed in university academically. You need to find what works for you and use well. So these were the tips for international students to note taking during the lectures. And if you want to get more tips, please sign up for our channel and don't forget to follow me on Instagram.